Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagasudisham Tattvasya Vilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalachalam Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavatītam Tribunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Yes, Nithyananda, all of you.
Nithyanandam.
And Swamiji himself today invited all of you to become a part of the Paramashivoham. And this is the grand event that is going to happen when Swamiji himself has invited you to become a part of his Sena, Paramashivoham. Swami himself is the incarnation of Paramashiva, who has happened on the planet Earth to give all of us the super conscious breakthrough. Swami says that you have taken birth to get connected to Swamiji, and if you're connected to Swamiji, be sure that you have this is answer to your millions of lifetimes of seeking that you have been asking for. So this is a grand opportunity for all of you to now you are already connected. So become a part of Paramashiva Sena. Any further details you need, we'll be providing you.
And also, I'd like to say, when Swamiji calls you, it is not an opportunity to miss. If you miss this opportunity, you will kick yourself. You'll say, I should have done that. I should have gone when Swamiji called you. Again and again, you'll play on your mind. So opportunities don't come every day. Opportunities when Swamiji, the living incarnation, calls you. When Swamiji calls you, you have to jump. You have to want to jump right at this moment, right at that moment when Swamiji says, come, you should be jumping. Otherwise, you'll kick yourself. You'll be thinking, why did I not do that? Again and again. Just think about this. Swamiji personally called every single one of you to join us.
And with this, I would like to ask all those people, actually tell all those people, like especially those who know about incarnations. Though, how many of you remember that you wanted to live when Krishna was alive, when Rama was alive, when other incarnations were alive? Many of you wanted to live when they were in the body. Now Swamiji himself has come down as a living incarnation to liberate all of us. Don't miss this opportunity when Swamiji himself is here and he's making available. He's making himself available to all of us. So do not miss this opportunity. Do not take it for granted. That's the most important thing.
And another thing, don't engage your logic. And logic will make up all sorts of excuses why you shouldn't do it. Why, oh, I'm too busy with this. I've got this happening. I've got that happening. Don't engage the logic. Just jump into it. Just jump. You want to do it. If you have any inkling that says, yes, this sounds like a wonderful idea, wonderful opportunity, just jump. Don't think about it. Just jump. Just do it then and there. It is so important. The moment we start engaging, the moment we delay, even a little bit, a split second we delay, we think, oh, maybe I'll let me just think about it. I'll think about it. It will never happen.
Yeah.
It will never happen. Just like the story that we heard, I think just a couple of days ago, when the wife came to her husband's brother and said, "My husband keeps threatening that he'll leave for sannyas, for monkhood. The brother said, it will never happen. Anyone who just talks about it will never do it. The way to do it is on the spot. And the brother just dropped his clothes and became a monk. That split second. That's how you do it. That is, if you have any inkling, any tendency towards taking it, do it now, right this moment. Don't think about it. Don't waste the time. Don't think about it because it will never happen.
Yes. So when you have this, we have this thinking as Maharaj mentioned. If you have this, take a jump now. Only then you'll be able to have that jump. Otherwise, most time we are engaged in the mind. Mind is going to play its own trick. The link we are seeing, sharing in the Zoom chat. Those who are interested, take the jump. Yes.
Take the jump and you will help yourself, you will thank yourself. Later you'll be looking back, going back and thinking, this is the best idea that I have ever taken advantage of. This is the best choice, the best decision I have made in my life. So don't think about it. If you want to do it now. Do it now. We put the information in the chat box. Have a look at it, have a read through it, and jump now. Jump. Swamiji said, come. That's all we need. This is all we need. Swamiji saying, come. It is so, so important. Take the jump now.
Yes. And what could be the best decision when Swamiji himself is calling and becoming, asking him to become part of his Paramashivoham? So without any thinking, just jump. Swami says, the moment you engage your mind, gone. That moment, you again going back to your own patterns. So just the moment you break your pattern is to take a jump. The moment you decide, that's it. You have broken your pattern. And that moment, take a jump. So with this, we'll invite all of you to become part of the Paramashivoham. And with this, we'll be moving on to the power manifestation. And today we are doing the power of quantum memory, recollecting large information from the intelligence behind the brain. So we'll be, for a few seconds, for a few moments, we'll be displaying you the Science of Living Enlightenment book, page number 261. For a few seconds, and just have a glance. Do not try to read it. Do not try to memorize it. Do not try to reword it or look at it. But just have a glance, and with the power of quantum memory, manifest the power of recollecting large information from the intelligence behind the brain, so that you'll be able to, so that you will be reveal everything to you, whatever there is there in the page. So just have a glance. That's all. Yes.
All right. So now that we've had a glance at the page, and again, it's important that we don't engage the brain because again, the brain will just get in the way. Just like it gets in the way of jumping for this opportunity that Swamiji has called us. The brain gets in the way for the power manifestation as well. Power manifestation is from the space of oneness with Swamiji, just like the decision to jump for the Gumela. So let us now just come back to the space of oneness. So let us visualize Swamiji in our inner space, in the Ananda Gandha region, which is just below the heart center. So visualize Swamiji in your Ananda Gandha, in your inner space. Just you and Swamiji. This is your alone space, alone time with Swamiji. Just take a moment and enjoy this space of oneness with Swamiji. Nothing else is reality. Nothing else matters. Just you and Swamiji, our Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the living avatar, an incarnation of Paramashiva himself. This is your alone time with Swamiji in your inner space. Just take a moment and feel the love, the compassion, the infinite grace that's radiating from Swamiji and showering down on you. Just feel all that love, all that compassion, all that grace. Feel his superconscious energy flowing throughout your entire body from this space of oneness in your inner space, in your Ananda Kanda. Just take a moment and feel that space of oneness. Nothing else is real. Now, from this space of oneness, let us move our attention to the third eye. Just lightly gaze into the third eye. And through your third eye, look into Swamiji's third eye. And as you do so, you feel the connection from Swamiji's third eye into your third eye. Just feel the energy in your third eye. As your third eye is being awakened, energized, activated by Swamiji himself. Let us start chanting Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let's continue chanting the Mahavakya. And from this space of oneness, keeping the connection to this page that you just had a glimpse of in your third eye, and of course the connection with Swamiji to Swamiji's third eye, let us start manifesting this power of quantum memory. Let us ask Swamiji to reveal to us the information that is held on this page that we displayed so briefly. Let us now begin.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda.
Yes, good on all of you. Now you can open your eyes and relax. And from this deep, restful awareness, that deep, vibrant silence of Dakshinamurti, take a moment to share what was revealed to you as you manifested this power of quantum memory. Recollecting large information from the intelligence behind the brain. Understand that through logic, we can only repeat what is already information that we have gathered. Maybe little permutation and combination, nothing new. It is through the intelligence, from the intelligence behind the brain, when you start collecting the intelligence actually lies, or you can start creating new things. You can recollect large information from the behind the brain, intelligence behind the brain. Only when your intelligence gets awakened.
All right, so let us now start sharing what was revealed to you in your third eye. So for this round of power manifestation, we asked you to have a look at a page, just briefly connect to that page, then connect to Swamiji and ask Swamiji to reveal to you what information is on that page. So this is the power of quantum memory with the power of downloading great amount of information directly from the cosmic archives. So take a moment to share with us.
And all the YouTube participants also, you can start sharing on the YouTube chat. We are attending to each of the comments.
Yes, so take a moment to share. And of course, every power manifests from the space of oneness with Swamiji, the space of oneness with Paramashiva. So it is from this space that we manifest. And as such, it is all just information. So this power is exactly the same, very similar to the power of third eye reading. So reading blindfolded through your third eye. It is in the same way the information is displayed for you. You're not reading, you're not engaging the mind. You are just connecting to that piece of information, just like you're connecting to an image that is displayed for you when you have your physical eyes closed. So it is just through the third eye that you are connecting. And it doesn't matter the distance, it doesn't matter the time. As long as that connection to the image or to the page is made, that is all that matters. And from the space of oneness with Paramashiva, space of oneness with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we ask for the information to be downloaded into our third eye. So this is how the powers work. So this is don't think that because there's so much information on the page, there is so much more work, or that the power is more difficult. It is just information that we receive through the third eye. So whether you have a picture, an image, there is so much information in an image as well. You have so many trees, leaves, flowers, water, waves, so much stuff there. So it's in the same way, only this one is in words. So it's exactly the same power. It is just displayed, the information is displayed for you in a different way. So it is just for you to get different patterns that get in the way. So for you to realize that you have different patterns and to work through these patterns such that you can actually manifest this power.
So if you're still hearing, will be you can go ahead and share. Meanwhile, we'll be projecting the page number which we had actually projected, where you just had glanced at the page number 261 of the Science of Living Enlightenment. So let's have a look on this page. The page starts with morning, but you know that they will not do it because they have failed many times. So you don't take them seriously. In the same way, when you have not honored the words you gave to you many times, not only do you not take them seriously, you don't even bother to remember them. How many of you cognize what I am saying? Many times, many times, because you built the pattern of not honoring the words you gave to yourself. Not only you do not bother to fulfill them, but you also do not bother to execute or remember them. Every word you talk to yourself is a commitment that you are giving yourself. With this understanding, you should think. It means that you have so much of awareness. It needs to be infused while you think, while you give words to you. Listen, it is it is unfortunate that society constantly reminds you to fulfill the words you give to society, but it does not teach you the basic truth that you need to fulfill and honor the words you give to yourself. Many times you do not bother the words you give you yourself because you build the pattern of not honoring the words you give yourself. in Spandakarika and Vijnana Bhairatantra, when the Mahadeva teaches Bhairavi, he brings in. This is where the page verse ends. And on the side note, with integrity, you will experience a relationship with yourself for the first time. Yes. So this is the page 261 of the Science of Living Enlightenment. So if you have manifested this power, even for a little bit, congratulate yourself for manifesting this power of quantum memory.
Yes, so even if you had a word, some letters, perhaps even a phrase, a sentence, perhaps even the whole page, or if you have anything related to the topics that were just read out, it is still a power manifestation. It is still a successful power manifestation. And please get into the habit of celebrating every power manifestation. Every success should be celebrated, because through celebration comes confidence. Through confidence comes more celebration, more manifestation. So let us manifest and celebrate and manifest and celebrate. It is a virtuous circle.
Yes. So with this, let's move on to the next session. And the next session is going to be question and answer on unclutching. As all of you already know, that unclutching is a powerful technique that Swamiji has given to all of us. So even if you have any doubts in this round, as it's a question answer, many questions that have been asked by the participants will be answered by Swamiji. So make sure that you are having your full listening, and let's now enter into this revelation by Swamiji.
Nothing wrong, because it doesn't exist. Let you be very clear, it doesn't exist. When you are very clear it doesn't exist, any time when it is taken away, you won't bother. Even if you bother, it's okay. What is there? Even the bothering doesn't exist. The idea of bothering is nothing but one more connection. The bothering which came to you 9 years ago, the bothering which came to you 10 years ago, the bothering which came to you 8 years ago, and the bothering which is happening in you now, they are not connected. Why are you again connecting and seeing all of them and thinking that I am continuously bothered about money, or I am continuously bothered about developing myself, or I am continuously bothered about my happiness? See, all these things, just more and more and more words. Even your problems are not related to the deeper level. Even they are very superficial. Just with words you are struggling. The whole thing is nothing but words. It's like your whole inner space is filled with words, and you are struggling for air. You are struggling even to breathe, because your whole inner space is filled with words, and constantly you are binding. Every inch of your being is tied with a chain. If there is a small gap, you purchase one more chain and tie it, and you don't feel comfortable even with a small gap, and you say, no, let me have one more chain, please come on, let me have one more chain, and you tie it. Only when you are completely tight, you can't move this side or that side, or you can't even breathe, then you feel comfortable. Yes, now I have enough problem, let me go to some enlightened master. And you come to me to increase my business. What can I do? I always encourage people to get married, so that I will have my business. See, unless you have a constant problem, you won't come to me. I lose my business. So, can enlightenment solve some of the existing unsolved problems in science and mathematics? For example, nobody knows if there are infinitely many perfect numbers. This is a nice but a very serious question. Who is Satya? Very serious question. You see, first sutra of the Isavasya Upanishad answers this question. If you heard Isavasya Upanishad, you will understand the first mantra, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. When the whole is taken away from the whole remains as the whole. The first mantra of the first Upanishad, the Shanti mantra of the first Upanishad gives answer to this question. I think I'll answer this question in a detailed way. Now I'll give you just the gist and you can remind me, I'll give you a complete answer. See, three things. Logically, according to Max, according to the normal mathematics, 2 plus 2 is 4. A plus B is C. The C cannot be more than A plus B if the A plus B is equal to C. The C cannot be more than A plus B. This is the normal mathematics. When it comes to art, when it comes to the level of art, you see, in the intellectual level, A plus B is equal to C. The A separately, B separately, if you add, nothing less than C or nothing more than C can come. This is the logic, intellectual. When you come to the next level, emotional, level of the art, all the things which is used in a painting, a canvas or the color, all these things put together cannot equate the painting. There is something more in that painting. Can you say that this paint and this canvas and this much of hours from that man is equal to the painting? You can't. Even if you put that hours, 8 hours from that particular artist, same artist, if he puts the 8 hours in a different time, the painting will be different. You can't say, you can't create an equation when it comes to art. Over. You can't put all the words used by Rabindranath Tagore is equal to Gitanjali. There are so many idiots who are using the same words. They are not able to produce Gitanjali. It means what? There is something more than logic exists in the level of art. In the level of art. And there is a third logic equivalent to being. In the logic of being. In that logic, the first logic, 2 plus 2 is 4. The second logic, 2 plus 2 is 4 plus something. When the canvas is separate, it is just canvas. When the paint is separate, it is just paint. When you add these two, you can't equate it to paint. You can't equate it to painting. Painting is canvas plus paint plus something. It means what? 2 plus 2 is 4 plus something. This is a logic of art, logic of emotion. There is a third logic, spiritual logic, the logic of being. In that, 2 plus 2 is infinity. There is no 2 plus something. 2 plus 2 is infinity. When you add energy into energy, you can't say energy is 2 energy. You can't. There is something far more. And you can, one more thing, if you add master and disciple, 2 enlightened beings are appearing. How can it be? One enlightened being, master, plus a disciple, equivalent 2 enlightened beings. How can it be? So infinity is expressing itself in the same way of infinity. You can't say that same logic applies. I'll give you how the third logic, the logic of the energy or the spiritual logic, is described clearly in this mantra. The Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. When the whole is removed from the whole remains as the whole. These are beautifully especially Shankara comments. Shankara's logic is so sharp when he comments on that sutra. And after reading that sutra, you don't need anything else. Any logic, any science, any mathematics you can shake if you know this single sutra. You can shake all mathematicians. You can shake the whole logic. And he gives a beautiful commentary. It takes long time if I have to repeat the whole commentary and explain. Just understand this one concept. This art itself is enough to break the logic. Now 2 plus 2 is something, 4 plus something. You can't equate it. What is that? Your emotion or your being. You can name whatever it is. Same way you can equate the third logic also. The third logic, something more than what you can imagine happens. Something more than what you can imagine happens. You can't equate. Your logic stops working at particular level. The big problem is, in the West, they never looked beyond the logic. Science is the most superstitious thing on the planet Earth. They have too narrow views. The fellows are fanatical. Because, you see, the other day, one doctor came and he was discussing with me. And he was talking as if the spirituality is having a lot of superstitions. I told him, let you be very clear, science is having a lot more superstitious things than spirituality. At least the rishis don't have vested interests. If you are convinced about what I am saying, I have nothing to gain. I already got your money. I have nothing to gain. Whether you realize or not, it is no way directly related to me. Even if you don't attend my program, whatever I am speaking is there in my website. You can completely download all our books, all my meditation techniques are available in the website, including the meditation is for your book. Even if you don't come here, directly you can download. I have nothing to gain by convincing you. Not only me, all the rishis, they have nothing to gain by convincing you. They have no vested interest. They are not associated with Vaishyas, people who are doing business. But today science is directly associated with Vaishyas who are doing business. They have to fulfill the vested interests of Vaishyas and Kshatriyas. In India, the Brahmanas, the intellectual energy is never under the control of politicians and business people. They are independent energy. The R&D is not under the control of the social vested interests or the political system. But in the other fields, other society, the R&D, the intellectual department is under the influence, under the control. They have to dance to the tunes of vested interests of society. That is why I say science is more superstitious than spirituality. There are a lot more. If you look into the science, you will understand. It is a lot more superstitious because it has to serve the vested interests of the people who are funding. In India, knowledge is free. We have liberated. Even today, anybody wants to study Vedanta or the Indian philosophy, you are given free food, stay and education in thousands of monasteries. Only in 5 cities of India, in Himalayas, 100,000 ashrams are there, where spiritual knowledge is given free of cost. Spiritual knowledge is given free of cost. This R&D is constantly going on. Independent of Vaishyas and Kshatriyas, means politicians and business people. Politicians and business people are no way able to influence. They can't influence this R&D of spirituality. It is independent. But with science, they are the people who dictate. Be very clear. Science has got vested interest to convince people. To convince the people who are funding them. Otherwise, how the research will happen? Who will fund the research? Who will fund the development? Let it be very clear. Science is much more superstitious than spirituality. There are infinitely many perfect numbers. So, and I will try to give you that Shankara's commentary, and if I find time even tomorrow, let us finish the subject, let us finish the meditations. If I find time, I will repeat the commentary and give you the translation. How step by step he takes you to the logic. The infinity is there. Anything taken out of the infinity doesn't disturb the infinity. The whole remains as whole. I feel good when I hear you to talk and could relate to my lifestyle. But once I leave you and go home, my life will ask me, what did Swamiji spoke about? My wife will ask me, what did Swamiji spoke about? I can't remember anything. Is this mean I am not ready for your teachings? Be very clear, you are ready for my teachings. If you are not able to remember the words, be very clear, you digested the essence. People who are trying to remember the words, people who are taking notes, be very clear, they are only preparing to repeat, not to digest. You are in a right space, nothing wrong. You don't have to bother to repeat. Just digest and enrich yourself. That's enough. There is no need to remember and give discourse to your wife, especially Now really, if you say all these things, your wife will never accept. She will never come to me. Let you be very clear. I have this big problem. If the wife comes and gets attached with me, husband will never come to me. Actually, husband secretly they go to my website and see everything. They know that Swamiji is right, no problem about it. But wife can't be right, that is too much. Wife coming and telling me going to that Swami is too much. I can't do that, that is too much. Swamiji may be right, but not you. So if you really want to help your husband, never speak about me to him. Just tell him, let him go and see the website, let him read the books, just give him some books. Never give your interpretation, because he will not be in the mood to listen. Same way, if you are here, your wife is not here, never try to inspire her. Just tell her to see the website or give books. Never try to give your interpretation, and you will make her only move away from me by your interpretations. By your interpretations. Because she knows clearly that you are wrong, and he knows clearly you are, whatever you do is wrong. So do not try to help each other, at least in my case. So I have seen this is a common problem. These are all FAQs actually. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, how to make your wife spiritual? How to make her meditate? How to make her as a spiritual being? I told him, if I know the secret, why do you think I have become Swami? If I know the secret, you think I would have become Swami? Nothing can be done about it. You can't do anything about it. This is honest truth, I am telling you. You can't do anything about it. Unless they decide, nothing can be done. And if at all I know the mantra, I would have made big ashram long before. Swamiji, what is God? What happens during enlightenment? Oh God. Who is the person who put this question? Oh. Whatever I say will be a lie. Let me be very clear. Whatever I say about God will be a lie, because I will be able to give only a partial. It's too big to be discussed. You can't discuss. It is too big word and loaded with meaning. Nothing can be done about it. I can tell only one thing. Be unclutched, you will experience God. Nothing else can be done. When you experience and come out, you will also have the same trouble, and you will tell others that you are not able to explain. Actually, before enlightenment, when I read all these great books, I used to think that these fellows are playing a game. The main product which they are selling, they don't have definition for that. The main product which they are selling is God or enlightenment. None of these fellows are able to give explanation. They are selling something which they can't even define. I thought, what is happening? What kind of business? But after I entered into the business, I also understood. Nothing can be done about it. And you can't. You are in the same problem. I can do one thing. I can put you in the same problem. I can put you in the same space where you will have same problem. Otherwise, you can't explain. And there is a, whatever I say, it will be only half truth. Half truth is much worse than a lie. At least with lie you are clear, you are hearing a lie. With half truth, you do not know which side is truth and which side is lie. And you will be always bothered about the other half. And better let you not have any answer. You will be saved. What happens during enlightenment? Again, it is difficult to explain. Let you be unclutched and experienced by yourself. See, all these questions you ask because you don't have confidence that you can be unclutched. You don't have confidence. You think, no, what he talks is right, but I can't experience all those things. Better let me at least have a few little knowledge and go back to the house. Please be very clear. You can be unclutched. Constantly, your belief that you can't be unclutched is also one more shaft. It's a one more shaft. 10 years ago you tried, you have failed. 9 years ago you tried, you failed. The moment I say 10 years, the Dr. Ma is laughing. 9 years ago you tried, you failed. 8 years ago you tried, you failed. Why are you connecting all your failures and creating a shaft? Do not, that failure which happened 10 years ago, the failure which happened 9 years ago, the failure which happened 8 years ago are independent, individual incidents. Do not connect them. The moment you connect them and create a shaft, you are very clear you will be failure this time also. Why do you decide? Why do you create a shaft and try to leave? Why are you connecting it? Why are you connecting again? This morning you spoke a little bit about Patanjali and said to use pain to go to the next level. I am asking for your help. How can one use pain to get to the next level? This is a nice question. Morning itself I answered. Just see, without labeling that as a pain, just look into that space. What is happening? I have spoken about this in the same Pain to Bliss meditation. When the pain disappears, even after that, just try to continuously penetrate that same zone. Let you be aware of that zone. Then suddenly you will see you are experiencing the boundaryless energy. See, you have your identity. You have an identity about yourself. If that identity is smaller than the physical body, you start feeling that pain. If that identity is equivalent to the physical body, you will have a comfortable, relaxed feeling. If that identity explodes and expands bigger than the physical body, you will feel ecstasy. When you close your eyes and remember your name, you will have an image about yourself. You will have your form. That's what I call your identity. If that identity is smaller than the physical body, you will have pains and feeling of suffocation. You will feel suffocated. In those areas you will feel suffocated. If that identity is equivalent size of your physical body, you will be comfortable with the body. If that identity expands, then your physical body, you will have bliss. Now, put your awareness wherever you have pain and remember you are unclutched. Suddenly you will see the identity expands. Expansion of identity is what I mean, boundaryless experience. You will enter into the different space of being unclutched. When you go into it, you will understand the truth of what I am saying. One more problem, unless you go into all these things, whatever I am saying is only words, will be words and words. When you go into it, you will understand the truth behind all these words. I want to be unclutched, but my wife wants to be clutched. How can you help me? Now you have to choose between Swami and wife. What to do? See, one thing, here you have given a small bracket. Want to enjoy with good things in life. You think being unclutched means not enjoying the good things in the life? No. That is where you are missing. Do not try to create the shaft or understanding that unclutching means something. Again you are creating one more shaft. Again you are creating one more shaft. The spiritual teaching means somehow the idea has entered into you, it is anti-life. Without even practicing, you are clear it is anti-life. It is not. When you start living in that unclutched way, you will understand every moment your life is only enriched. You are not giving up anything. I tell you, be unclutched. You will see you are fulfilling not only your wife's imaginations, you are just overflowing much more than that. One more thing, only when you are unclutched, you will have so much of space, you will be able to accommodate all our fantasies. You will be able to accommodate her being. You will have tremendous compassion for her. You will not feel suffocated by her. The only way to escape from wife is be unclutched. The one and only way to escape from the wife, because when you are unclutched, you will have so much of space in you. You will not feel suffocated by people. You will not feel suffocated by the expectations of somebody. You will have such a big space. Not only you will be able to fulfill, you will have tremendous compassion. You know where they are suffering. See, when you know somebody is suffering at some point, you will not have violence. Only when you don't understand where he is suffering, he or she is suffering, you will have violence. Intelligence and compassion is one and the same. When you have intelligence where that person is suffering, you won't have violence. You will be able to accommodate that person in your inner space. You will have a different quality of your life, I tell you. Only when you relax, only when you unclutch yourself, you will understand. When you are unclutched, you will not get irritated. You will not be moved. That person may get irritated. You will not get irritated. Your very energy will be totally different. If the shaft is created by our mind, an identity, what is the purpose of mind or identity? Only you have to know the purpose. How will I know? Only you will know the purpose of the mind or identity. What you think you want to achieve in the world, that is the purpose. If you want to become a doctor, doctor. If you want to become a lawyer, lawyer. If you want to do something, that is the purpose of your identity. But the problem is, it is you who is creating. Swamiji, my pranams to you. I am confused when you say not to create shaft of joy, and when you say blesses to lead a life of Nithyananda or bliss eternally. Be very clear. When you don't create the shaft of joy only, you will have Ananda. Joy is a part-time Ananda. If you create shaft out of Ananda, you will create joy. If you relax from the shaft of Ananda, you will be in bliss. Please understand, joy and Ananda are not one and the same. They are opposite to each other. If you try to create a shaft out of Ananda, you will try to possess that and make it as joy. If you relax from the shaft of joy and don't bother about it, don't want to prolong, suddenly you will be in the space of bliss. You will be in the space of bliss. Understand difference between Ananda and joy. Another doubt, how do I not confuse the state of doing nothing with a sense of lack of responsibility or defeatist? Purnima, what is the last word? Defeatist attitude. See, the idea, the defeatist attitude, lack of responsibility and all, now only your mind is picking up just to defend yourself. Even if it is lack of responsibility and defeatist, let you be unclutched for a few days. You will understand. If you are unclutched, you will not have the tamas in you. You will not have tamas in you. Mentally, you will be silent, but physically, you will be active and alive. When you are in the space of lack of responsibility or defeatist, mentally, you will be very active. You will not be silent. Physically, you will be tired. When you are unclutched, physically, you will be active and alive. Mentally, you will be silent. There is a big difference between tamas and sattva. In both space, you are silent, but totally different. When you enter into when you relax and try to be unclutched, you will understand. You see, whenever you remember this unclutched, you are unclutched, that itself will give you such an inner healing, such big relief that you don't have to do anything. Actually, there is nothing to be done, and there is nothing can be done. You can try. Nothing can be done. When you accept, when you come to that understanding, suddenly you feel the inner healing happening in you. You are becoming a different being, different person. Only then you will understand how to be alive, active, without entering into the defeatist attitude. with the understanding, you will never be a defeatist. These are all few words which your mind creates to protect yourself from this truth. Even if it is defeatist, it's okay, let you be unclutched. Then you will understand the truth of these words. In one of your talks, you mentioned TPS. It's lowering the thoughts per second. One of the ways to break the shaft. So meditation is the main way to achieve dhyana. Who is the person who put this question? Be very clear. Now you are not connecting me with Buddha or Krishna. You are connecting me with your identity which you have about me in the past. You heard the teachings. Have you become enlightened? No. Now you are connecting that with this so that you can dump the both in the same dustbin. Do not create. Now come to this moment. Either get help from these words or at least understand you are not being helped. Let us be very clear. Either you are helped or not helped. Let us not connect with this. Let us not connect these teachings, these words with some of my past teachings and put the both in same file and put it in one corner of your mind so that you can outlive me. Outsourcing joke. An American outsourced his job to an Indian IT by paying 30% of his salary and instructed his outsourced employee to do new mistakes so he can preserve his job. Who is the person? Yes. Anyhow, new mistakes so that he can preserve his job. When a person feels that they are not their body and can thank their body for letting them use it, what is this when you thank your body for transporting you? Really you will feel grateful to the body and you will feel completely comfortable with your body. Who wrote this question? This question? First intelligent question. In this whole series, first intelligent question. I think you really understood. You have done the first session. If you really do the first session, you will come to this experience. You will feel completely comfortable and grateful to the body. If you have not felt the gratitude towards the body, you have not done the first session. Be very clear. Still you carry the irritation in you. When you feel so blissful in the body, inside the body, you will feel so happy, so homely with this whole system, you won't feel lonely at all in your life. Constantly you will be feeling homely. You won't feel lonely. Feeling of loneliness or feeling of need for the other person will have, you will have that feeling for the need, you will feel the need for the other person only when you are not comfortable with your body. If you are completely comfortable with your body, you will never feel the need for the other person. Even if you have to share yourself with the other person, you will be overflowing. You will not be demanding. You will not be begging. You will be just overflowing. If you are feeling the need for the other person, be very clear, you are not comfortable with your body. You are not ease with your body. If we could attain enlightenment through, I am not able to understand, read, through Krishna or Jesus, etc. Why do we need a living master? Thank you. Who is the person who put the question? If you can achieve enlightenment through Krishna or Jesus, you don't need living master. The big problem, even with a living master, you are not able to achieve. What are you going to do with the masters who don't have the body? People come and ask me, Swamiji, can you teach me how to connect with the ascending masters or how to talk to the great masters and get their teachings? I tell them, directly I am speaking in the language which you understand. That itself is not helping you. How are you going to be helped with somebody who is not going to speak in the same language in which you are able to understand? So be very clear. If you can achieve enlightenment with Krishna or Mahavir or Jesus, you don't need enlightenment, living master. But usually this never happens. How would you approach Christian person to accept meditation? I don't approach anybody to accept meditation. It is up to them. It is telling my family about my practicing meditation. How do I tell them without hurting their feelings? Only you have to design. I don't know. I have not yet created any mechanism for it. Maybe you can slowly show the transformation which you are having in your life. Maybe by seeing the transformation which you are having, which you are expressing in your life, they will be inspired. The only way is to show in your life to inspire them. Otherwise, put your foot down and be very clear, that's all. What is there? That is the only way. If meditation is not the channel to spiritual enlightenment, then why should we meditate? What exactly are we supposed to do? Meditation is channel for enlightenment. I don't say meditation is not the channel, but when I say the word meditation, being unclutched, not getting caught with one more shaft. If the meditation creates one more shaft, be very clear, you will not be getting enlightenment. If we are not the bodies, how do we feel the pain of the body and fear of losing the body? And if karma theory is not right, how do we transmigrate? Two things. I don't say you are not the body. You are not the body should become experience in you, not the theory given to you. The second thing, whether karma theory is not right. If the karma theory is not right, again, I don't say karma theory is not right. It is not complete. It can't answer all the logical questions. It can't stand a sharp logic. It can stand to do business, but not to understand for yourself. People come and ask me, actually, a small incident really happened. One boy was brought to me by the mother, and the mother is telling me, Swamiji, please tell him, he is not listening to my words, please tell him to obey me. I said, how can I tell? I myself never obeyed my mother. I ran away from the house. My mother tried her best, but I ran away from the house. I myself never obeyed. How can I say, obey your mother? But you know, women are women. She was very adamant. No, you have to insist, you have to tell, please tell him, he has to listen, he has to obey me. Then I called him, see, why don't you obey your mother? See, I am obeying. I myself, I am obeying her. Why don't you also obey her? And listen to whatever she says. This guy asked me straight away, Swamiji, she herself is not happy. If I follow her, I will also become like her only. Why are you asking me to obey her? Why are you asking me to follow her? I was shocked. Somehow I convinced him, but I am not convinced. Same way, I can use karma theory to convince somebody, but I am not convinced. Karma theory is a beautiful way to give healing. See, at some point, human beings need some consolation, some healing, some effect. For that, beautiful. For society, karma theory is really beautiful. It can give a healing effect. It can give a big comfort feeling, but not for the seekers. Not for the seekers. The beautiful word in Kathopanishad, it's like walking on the razor's edge. Shurasya dara vishitani kecha. It is not for the people who are the seekers of truth. At least not for the people who have come up to the level of Dhyana Spurana. For a society, it's a good idea. You can see there's an interview in the India Post. I accepted the karma theory and spoke about that in India Post. For public, it is good. It gives you inner healing effect, and you don't have to suffer too much, torture yourself too much, and lot of psychiatric problems will be avoided. You will be more balanced and less depressed. For all those things, karma theory is okay. But ultimately, when you start seeing the truth, that doesn't hold good. With the sharpest logic, when you penetrate, that doesn't hold good. That's what I mean, Swamiji, when I say karma theory. So the only way to transmigrate is just unclutch. Unclutch And all the concept of pain, pleasure, I am saying flood everything with truth. Let everything be flooded away. Let you be completely flooded by the truth. The concept of joy and bliss, if it exists, only then the karma theory holds good. Because karma is all about bringing more joy and less pain. But I am saying even that idea is a lie. You are constantly connecting and creating. So when even that idea is a lie, you will not be driven towards joy, or you will not be driven away from pain. Those concepts will start losing meaning for you. You will start living in a different space. So, did not Krishna and Buddha advocate the theory of karma? They must be giving interview to like India Post. You understand? They would have been giving interview to that time India Post. So that is the reason they would have advocated. So, one more thing, when I speak to the public, the truth has to be told in a different way. But when I speak to the seekers, especially when I wanted to say the ultimate truth, it has to be explained in a clear way. It's just the levels of understanding. I am not against the first level, but when I have to say the ultimate truth, I have to completely pull down the whole structure. Only then you will be awakened to hear the truth. Then the truth can be given to you. If it is so, can laziness be root cause of bringing 6 doshas in life? Kama, Krodha, and oh God. Who is Madhusudan? See, laziness is one more shaft. The lazy feeling which you felt 9 years ago, the lazy feeling which you felt 8 years ago, the lazy feeling which you felt yesterday, they are complete independent happenings. Why do you want to connect and decide you are lazy or you are not lazy? Both ideas are lies. Then you will have one more idea. I have kama, I have krodha, I don't have kama, I don't have krodha. All these things again and again creating more and more shafts, more and more connections. These 2 days I will see that you experience that shaftless zone. So I am not going to let your attention move to anything else. Again and again and again. See, I can't put a straight tape recorder. Be unclutched and be unclutched. Instead of putting a tape recorder, I am going to do that work. Let it be very clear, by your very nature, you are unconnected, illogical, independent, unclutched thoughts. Swamiji, is enlightenment a neurobiological phenomena? If yes, is there any rearrangement of physical structure of the body? God, nice question. Who is the questioner? Oh. It's a very personal question. I can say, if you can relate and understand. Otherwise, forget about it. It is a neurobiological phenomena. Actually, biologically also a big change happens, transformation happens. So many things happened in me. But I don't think it is a compulsory for every enlightened being. Sometime it happens, sometime it doesn't happen. So it is not a compulsory, but in me lot has happened. The whole body has become very sensitive. Now it has become little, but even then not like a normal human beings. Even now if you touch the feet, you will feel as if the bone is covered with butter. Bone is covered with butter. When you come for energization, you can touch and feel. But now everybody will start pressing. All right. When you come for energization, you can feel it. And still now it is in the form, like a bone is covered with a butter. And 1 year ago, even if you put your thumb, you can see the impression. It used to be so soft. Now it has become little hard because I started walking without chappal. Just to make it little hard, I started walking without chappal inside the ashram. Now it has become little hard. Even then it is not like a normal human beings. Lot happened in the body. 9 months I was not able to speak. From January to November, I was completely dumb. Sometimes now also that is different. I was not able to speak. The words won't come fluently. And if I move the right hand, left hand will not move. The movements are not coordinated. The coordination doesn't happen. If I try to express few words, then I won't be able to move any part of my body. I have to arrest all the other movements and try to use few words. If I start moving the body, then I have to completely stop all other movements. Only one movement will happen. Like this, something has happened in me also, but I don't know exactly what all has happened. Maybe I'm thinking of doing little research. What all has happened? And this doctor, the St. Louis doctor was doing experiment. He was saying, just like that lamas, 6 times more energy was getting produced. That metabolism rate was very high. He was saying few things, but I don't know completely. As far as my understanding goes, it is neurobiological phenomenon also. Some neurobiological effect also happens when you become enlightened. There are a few more things happened in me. Is my being the very nature of it? Random thoughts, the gap between thoughts or inner space. By your very nature, constantly you renounce. You don't even have to renounce. You don't have to struggle to renounce or to get enlightened. Your inner space cannot be corrupted. Even if you try your best, you can't hold on to one thought. Try your best to hold on to even lust. You can't. Let me challenge. You see, you may have a big problem with anger or lust or fear or greed. Try to hold on to the fear. Just if you have the thought of having a cup of coffee, your death fear has disappeared. What happened to your death fear? Your death fear can be replaced just by a thought of cup of coffee. The moment you started thinking to have a cup of coffee, means the death fear has disappeared. Unless that moves and gives place, the cup of coffee thought cannot happen. Means what? Your death fear and the desire to have a cup of coffee is equal. This can replace that. Means its value is that much only. It has got only that much value. But mentally you create a chain. No, no, no. Again and again I am having death fear. Again and again you have the thought of having coffee also. But you don't give importance to it. You don't pluck that thoughts and create a shaft. 9 years ago you were thought to have a cup of coffee. 10 years ago you were thought to have a cup of coffee. 8 years ago you were thought to have a cup of coffee. You don't connect all these things and create, oh, having cup of coffee is a big problem in me. You are not doing that. But the fears which happened many times, you pluck those flowers and create a garland and start creating suffering. It is you who choose and create a shaft. All your problems are chosen thoughts. All your problems are chosen thoughts, believing that they are connected. You can see what you have written. Just see. Random thoughts. So much is there in front of you. Some 1 million thoughts are there. You just picked up 10 thoughts and you say these 10 thoughts represent the 1 million thought. How can it be? In your inner space, no thought holds value. No thought holds any value. People who try to renounce fear, who wants to get rid of fear, understand your fear has no value except your fear about that fear. Your fear has no value except that your fear about that fear. Thought to have a cup of coffee can replace your fear means what is your fear? Tell me. It is not even worthy of cup of coffee. It is not worthy of just cup of coffee. Cup of coffee can replace the thought of fear. and you think, no, I can't replace it. I'm trying so much my best to get rid of my phobias, Swamiji. I'm trying my best to get rid of some of my problems. A glass of water can replace it. Then, understand, by your very nature, your inner space renounces. Your inner space rejuvenates. Your inner space doesn't hold thoughts. By your very nature, your inner space is pure. Only when you start believing these are my problems, you connect all those problems which happened many times. You see, that also happens in a very random way. Suddenly something raises, something falls, something raises and something falls. But when it raises, you pick up, no, don't leave, come. And you connect all those thoughts and create an idea, you have fear. All your phobias can be addressed with this single truth. People come to me with some allergy or some fear. If they are allergic to green chili, I tell them first to bring that same green chili. I'll just tell them, now eat in front of me. Please be very clear. At least 1,000 allergies I have healed in last 3 years. I am honest. At least 1,000 allergies I have healed. Nothing. Give them the courage to be unclutched. Look into that moment. In a single session, at least I have healed 1,000 allergies. Just recently in Hyderabad, one guy, 25 years of dal allergy. Even if he eats one spoon of dal, his whole body will start swelling. Huh? Bring the dal. Tomorrow I will show you. No, it's nothing. All your allergy is simply your connection. Your connection. I told him to eat the dal. I sat next to him and just told him, I'll take care, I'll heal you, don't bother. He was made to eat, simply disappeared. 25 years of allergy. All your allergy, all your phobias are nothing but pure connection. Pure connection. The one thing is, in India you can do all these things courageously. In this country very difficult. Because the social system, anyhow, with our guys we can do, no problem. Nothing will happen, don't bother. Please discuss short-term memory and long-term memory. BULLSHIT, COWSHIT, that's all. The difference between these two is what I call long-term memory and short-term memory. Taking notes is not good as you say, what? I am not able to read. Who is the questioner? Alright, I will at least read the other words. And writing will improve input, and so I thought very memory, interested in subject, can't remember all your statements, oh God. Anyhow, when I read this question, I remember a small statement. Oh, Swamiji, your handwriting. No, your handwriting I am able to read. I know your handwriting by now. Your handwriting. Right. All right. When I read this, I remember a small story. There was advertisement in the newspaper. We want a manager who knows how to read and write French. One guy applied. He said, I can write but I can't read. The manager was shocked and he asked that guy, please come for interview. When he came, he said, please write. He started writing. Manager said, please now read. I am not able to read what you have written. The guy said, I told you I can only write, I can't read. I can only write, I can't read. So I think this is the same thing. One guy was searching all over his house. Where is my prescription? Where is my prescription? Wife said, prescription? No, that yellow slip, yellow slip. Today morning I went and did my shopping with that slip. Now your daughter is playing piano with that slip. Same prescription slip. Somebody uses to go for shopping, the other person uses for playing piano. You have not understood. All right. You missed the story. That is that same prescription from the doctor. It is used for as a music notes for piano and medicine. Doctor is not laughing because it is related to our business. Anyhow, let me answer this question. You see, you don't have to remember all the statements which I am uttering. You have to remember the truth behind the statement. This moment, understand you are unclutched and solve all your problems this moment with the truth. See, when you solve all your problems with this moment, when you feel that freedom and inner healing, this very healing has got so much of power. Again and again you will be made to remember the truth. Unless the truth gives you the result, freedom this moment, it is not worth remembering. If it helps you in this moment, you will not be able to forget it. You will not be able to forget it. If it is not helping you this moment, please do not carry in your head. It's unnecessary luggage, garbage. So that is the reason I tell you, let you have the effect this moment. Let you understand, either you must be able to accept that you are unclutched or struggle with that you are not able to accept. It's okay. Let you start working this moment. If you carry in your notebook, your mind will say, no, when I go back I can read and try to practice. You will never do. I have always seen people taking notes and they will put it in their almirah, cupboard. After 5 years when they move their house or clean their house, when you are packing, your son will bring that notes and ask you, Baba, what to do? Dada, what to do with his notes? Oh, that Bangalore Swami came, na? You will dust that and that time I have taken, put it in dustbin. Put it in dustbin. So all notes goes to dustbin only. That is the reason. Why do you spend so much of time to put it in the dustbin? Then better put the empty paper in the dustbin. Let you carry inside your being as an understanding. We see 8-9-year-old kids getting diseases like cancer. No kid develops shafts at such an early age. No, never think. That's why I was telling you. I can't even say you are developing a shaft at that when the time you start thinking. Sometime you bring shaft. You bring shaft. Your body itself is made out of memories. Memory means you create shafts and bring shafts. So be very clear. You can't say when you start creating the shaft. When you start creating the shaft, all the questions are over? No more questions. That is nice. Everybody has understood whatever I am saying. All right, now at least share your understandings. Let me see how deep it has gone. Yes. Even if you try to hold, you will not stay. You won't be able to stay. You will be just disappearing, and just let him disappear. Relax. Over. That's all. At some point, some thoughts will raise and make your body follow it. You will not even have the problem. You don't even have to think whether you have to follow or you have to stop. Simply you will be following. Then let it happen. But the moment you come, as much as you can, try to be unclutched. Beyond your power, simply your body will be lifted and moved by some thoughts. Let it happen. You will not have irritation when you follow your thoughts if you are unclutched. Usually, as on now, whether you follow your thought or don't follow your thought, you will have irritation. If you follow, you will have some irritation. If you don't, you will have again irritation. If you are unclutched, that irritation will disappear. whatever doesn't need to follow, you won't follow. Like your job and basic life thing, all those things, whatever you feel as important, simply your body will follow. You will not be even feel irritated. You will not be feeling the suffocating feeling if you completely see it's raising and falling and dropping and things happening. Is there any value in Namasmarana of God? Oh God. I think morning itself I answered this question. I do not want to disrespect all these traditions. See, they all help you to come up to a certain level. But if you ask from the level in which I am talking about the unclutching, it is not going to help you. The Namasmarana is not going to help you. Let you be very clear. Remember that you are unclutched, that will help you. Not any other. See, Namasmarana, what are you trying to do? You are trying to create a same shaft, which you can't. Try your best to create the shaft. Try your best. Anybody who says I am successful, 24 hours I am able to do the Namasmarana? Anybody? You can't. By your very nature you will be renouncing. See, whether it is thought of Rama or thought of Kama, you will be constantly renouncing. But you think, no, I have to hold on to Rama, I have to renounce Kama. Neither holding on will be possible, nor renouncing will be possible. Both will be rising and falling. It is you who give the label, value. Oh, Rama's thoughts are really good. I have to hold on. You try to create the shaft and elongate that shaft. Kama's thoughts are bad. I have to break. I have to escape from it. You try to break it. But you can neither elongate nor break. When you understand, nothing can be done about the shaft, you are liberated from the shaft. You can have only one freedom, to liberate yourself from the shaft. Either you can completely throw away the luggage, your garbage, or have all of them in your head and play the game. You can't have the arranged garbage. Only Namasmarana I will have, and put little scent, put little incense stick, and do little camphor and arati. No. You can try your best. You can try your best. I tried my best. I tried. Per day I used to do 20,000 japa. I had a long mantra. I used to repeat 20,000. I will repeat in one sitting. I'll sit for one sitting. In one sitting I will do 20,000. Means this side 2 mala. See, this side 1 mala is 108 and 1 bead I will move. Then by the time I finish this 108 into 108, 10,000. This side 2 mala I will finish with the left hand. So much of Nama Japa I did. Finally I understood it is not going to lead you anywhere. So let you be very clear, it's not going to help. Your thoughts about reincarnation.
Today is the best day. Sadashiva appears
for Brahma and Vishnu, early morning, the form of light shaft, means the consciousness which is beyond time and space enters into time and space. Sadashiva declares, let me become many to celebrate myself. So morning, we celebrate he becoming many. You can see every deity, every god, we go and light the lamp. So each, the Sadashiva himself becomes many. So whole campus we went round. It was such high energy. So again the many becomes one. Not only spiritually, even socially, this celebration forms a very important part of my life, because this is the only celebration I enjoyed from my birth, at least in this body. Today is the best day. Sadashiva appears for Brahma and Vishnu, early morning, the form of light shaft, means the consciousness which is beyond time and space enters into time and space. Sadashiva declares, let me become many to celebrate myself. So morning, we celebrate he becoming many. You can see every deity, every god, we go and light the lamp. So each.
Then all of you.
Nithyananda.
So as you can see, this is the Kartika Deepam, which is coming up in December 4th till 13th of December. So this is a celebration that Swami himself enjoys. And when Sadashiva decided to become many to celebrate himself, that is Kartika Deepam. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of day 7 of Paramashivoham Level 1. And tomorrow again we'll be coming back with the exciting sessions. Of course, the day will be starting with the Nithyananda Yoga. And tomorrow we'll be having Arogya Spurna and sessions from Ayurveda, balancing Vata, Pitta and Kapha, understanding what is Vata, Pitta and Kapha, and how imbalance of these three, any of these three, brings disease. And when all these three are in equilibrium, we are in health. And the day will be starting with the Nithyananda Yoga. So requesting all of you join for the Nithyananda Yoga. Detox. So I will say that again. Go on detoxing and do yoga every single day, so that the superconscious energy lands on you.
Yes, so As we mentioned, this is the end of our day today. We thank you very much for being with us today through all these sessions, and let's do it all again tomorrow. So we welcome you again for tomorrow's sessions, and let's close this today with the Puna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Sri Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyanandam.
Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Nithyanandam. See you tomorrow.
Yes, Nithyanandam.